Hey, welcome to T4 Adventures. So today's episode we are looking at our spare tire rack. It is from Tusk, from Rocky Mountain ATV. This particular mount is made specific for my Kawasaki Teryx. So if you go to order this piece of equipment, make sure you put in your machine the year, make and everything. And this one does fit mine perfect. If it was a two-seater, it would interfere with the dump bed, so you have to make sure and double check that. So here a while back I purchased a Tusk rim to be my spare tire, and I just used one of my front tires that originally came with my machine. Those of you who have been watching my channel for a while, you know I switched to 30-inch tires, Sedona Trail Saws, and I kept all my old tires. So one of the front ones I mounted to my Tusk rim, I was having an issue. Where am I going to mount the spare tire? There's one on the back roll cage, but it blocks the view. It was the cheapest version. There was another one that mounted into the rear of the frame close to the receiver hitch. It seemed pretty sturdy, but it was a $400 option, and I've just kind of held off. Some of you have emailed me and sent some pictures in. One of my very first subscribers from Canada. Hey, how's it going? So he emailed a picture. I'll try to put it on the screen here and show you. He did kind of made his own out of a receiver hitch, spare tire rack, and it looked pretty good. I was trying to find something similar. I finally ran across this one, and I really like this one because it goes into the receiver hitch, and they have a wedge that goes inside there that squeezes out all the space. It is a bolt pin with the washer and nut. Just that alone really locks that mechanism down. And then to top it all off, underneath the bed of the Teryx, there are some holes in the frames, and you put these little spacer hooks that this spare rack comes with, and it goes in those holes, and it goes to a mounting plate, and it attaches to the carrier up towards the top. And then of course you just add your spare tire to the rack. So one thing to keep in mind about this Tusk spare tire mount or rack, whatever you want to call it, it does not come with lug nuts. So if you're going to mount your spare tire to this rack, there's no extra lug nuts. You're going to have to find some extra ones. I went to my local O'Reilly Auto Parts, and I found the right sizes. The lugs were just too big to fit into the space provided in the lug chamber of the spare tire. So, but they did fit into the rim that came with my machine. The new lugs would fit in there. So this wheel here has the new lugs from the O'Reilly Auto Parts, and the old ones from that went to the spare tire rack. So just keep that in mind. So I did recently go on an adventure up my hometown, Amarillo, Texas, just north of town, 14 miles north of Amarillo. It's called Canadian River. There's trails for miles out there, and I did have this new spare tire rack mount from Tusk mounted to this machine, and it never budged. I don't think it's ever gonna budge. It is on there for sure, and the bottom of it does not mess with drag. It doesn't drag as you're pitching or whatever. If you're climbing hills, it has a nice angle to it. They also keep in mind that you may have to pull a friend out or something like that. There is a rounded circle at the bottom of the receiver arm hitch so that you can hook up recovery rope, something of that nature, to pull somebody out. Also, you can purchase the Tusk scissor jack, and it can mount to that spare tire rack. I probably will look into that, as I don't really have a designated jack for my side-by-side as of yet. I just kind of been borrowing one from the garage when I go. But it would be nice to have the one that just attaches to it. It's always there. You never have to worry about it. We're not going to have any issue with this tire mount. It's solid, perfect, exactly what I was looking for. It's kind of in the middle of that price range from 100 to the back roll cage where it blinds you, where you can't see behind you. This one's down out of the way. You can access your bed. It's not in the way of your vision, being able to see behind you. And it's not $400 like the other one that kind of gets in the way of other things. This one just works out perfect. So if you own a Kawasaki Teryx 4-seater or a 2-seater, this spare tire mount can work for your machine. So like I said, it's solid. It's a good price. Highly recommend it if you haven't found anything for your machine. They probably have something similar to other brands of machines. You just have to look around. But for the 2023 Kawasaki Teryx 800S, which is a special edition 4-seater, it does work and it's perfect. Great option.